Hello, this is that BMX guy with the Nikko Hurricane 4-wheel drive. This is the controller it comes with, which is actually a pretty nice little pistol grip. The car is 4-wheel drive, like so. It has steering, which is involving just a relay that just... that's all it does. And since it's 4-wheel drive, it has these dual drive shafts that actually drive the whole car. So when you just spin the wheels, it kind of spins both on one side. It uses a 380 motor, and the battery just mounts underneath. There's actually a 9-volt battery right on top of the 7.2 battery pack. So let's see how this car drives stock. Stock, we have the radio. It turns on with, and you see the LED, so you just sort of see that. It steers like so. Versus the relay, and then you have forward and faster. And we got reverse. Either way, it has like no little pickup or nothing. This is in the high gear. So it gives you an idea on how awesomely fast it is. At least for a 9-cat battery that's like 20 years old. It pretty much is dumping already. You get the idea, it works. So here's the Nikko Hurricane that's modified. It's pretty much the same car, except I put a Spektrum 2.4 gigahertz receiver in it. There's a Hitec Mighty Mini servo in there, so the servo actually has servo action. I put these ball studs in there for associated. I think the ball cups are associated, and so are the turnbuckles. This is a servo saver by, I think, Crimbro. And then we have the Tekin 411P2 as the speed controller. It still has a 2-speed gearbox. It still has the 380 motor it came with, and it still works. The radio is this older, I think it's called well, it's by Futaba, but it's a 3PJ, and it has a 2.4 gigahertz module on it. So yeah, we'll put this back together and I'll show you running with a LiPo battery. Actually, this is a LiPo 4200. It has a little bit more power than that 9-cat that was in this guy. So here is the Hurricane, and with the radio on, and I turn it on here. I actually put the switch right where it normally be. So we have that, and we have digital portion. Now this is the low gear. So the low gear actually has a lot more power. And yeah, the speed controller is a racing speed controller. Now it may not look that fast with the camera. Well, here's high gear. Like, you can hear the difference. It's like almost like it has a whole different motor in there. But it's pretty much like a stock motor with just that 380 motor in it. So yeah, I'd say like I modified it and made it pretty nice. I guess the next modification could be I can put a brushless motor in there, but it's kind of difficult. And I can't bring it to an off-road track because you can't practice on the local one. So I can't see how it does on there. But yeah, like... LiPo pack is definitely a little bit more on the the more punchier side. There's no reverse, obviously, with that system. So you get an idea on how the drive shafts are. It's just nice to have good steering like that. But yeah, that's the Nikko Hurricane modified to have actual hobby grade electronics, I guess. And I'd say it was well worth the time. I think I got this in particular one I got for like 60 bucks. And I already had like the receiver and the speed controller laying around. The servo I actually had to buy because it is a little bit smaller than a normal one. So it's able to fit in that opening a little bit easier. But you can always just mutilate the hell out of this and just cut it and put a giant servo in there if you want to. There's just a lot of restriction here. And that's the only thing I really deal with. There's not much like suspension travel to begin with, so I don't really recommend jumping with this thing, but you can definitely play around with it. Well, thanks for watching.